What if I told you that everything you think you know about Hong Kong is wrong? Beyond the skyline and food, there's a hidden side almost no one talks about. I'm about to reveal 7 shocking secrets that will change how you see this city. Forget the travel guides. This is an investigation into the real Hong Kong. I spent weeks talking to locals and exploring places you won't find on any map. From rooftop communities to empty malls, we're uncovering the raw reality of life here. You won't want to miss the last secret. It's something even most locals don't know. Let's dive in. When you picture Hong Kong, you probably imagine vibrant street markets, but those authentic markets are vanishing. Modernization is erasing a huge part of the city's culture. Air-conditioned malls and government-run wet markets are replacing the old chaotic street life. I met a vendor who's been here 40 years. His rent is skyrocketing and his kids want office jobs, not the family stall. The real markets are hidden in old neighborhoods, shrinking every day. Construction projects loom over these pockets of tradition, pushing them out for luxury apartments and chain stores. Tourists see the shiny, sanitized versions, not realizing the original soul is fading away. It's a silent battle, tradition versus development. The true markets of Hong Kong are disappearing before our eyes. Everyone knows Hong Kong is expensive, with its glittering skyline and world-famous shopping districts, but what most people don't realize is that the real cost of living here goes far beyond the price tags in those luxury stores. Living like a local is a whole different story, one that's rarely told to outsiders. I tried renting a nano flat, less than 200 square feet, costing over $1,000 a month. The space was so tight I could touch both walls at once, and there was barely room for a bed and a suitcase. I visited subdivided units, families of 4 squeezed into spaces smaller than my bedroom back home, with barely any privacy or comfort. Many share a single bathroom with 10 or more neighbors, lining up every morning just to get ready for work or school. Hundreds of thousands live like this, right next to luxury brands and gleaming malls, highlighting a city of extremes. Groceries cost nearly double what I'd pay in the US. Almost everything is imported, and even basic items like fruit and milk feel like luxuries. Even transportation eats up a huge chunk of low-wage workers' salaries. The daily commute is packed, stressful, and expensive. I met a cleaner who spends 15% of her income just getting to work, leaving little for anything else after rent and food. The struggle is constant: high costs, low wages, and a hidden housing crisis that's only getting worse as prices keep rising. While tourists enjoy rooftop bars and take in the breathtaking views, millions of locals are trapped in a daily grind, working long hours just to survive. The contrast is impossible to ignore once you see it up close. Modern skyscrapers towering over aging, crumbling tenements. This is the real price of that famous skyline. A city where opportunity and hardship exist side by side, often separated by just a single street. It's a reality most visitors never imagine, hidden in plain sight behind the city's dazzling lights and tourist attractions. This next secret feels like science fiction, but it's real. Entire communities are living on rooftops. These aren't just shacks, they're elaborate, hidden homes with electricity and water, built illegally atop high-rises. I climbed up to a village in the sky, with kids playing and families cooking dinner. The view is priceless, but the homes are makeshift and dangerous. Residents live here out of desperation, unable to afford rent below. The contrast is heartbreaking. Multi-million-dollar views from illegal slums. The government tries to tear them down, but new ones always appear. It's a powerful symbol of Hong Kong's inequality. These rooftop communities are invisible to tourists, but they're a lifeline for thousands. Up here, life is quiet, hidden, and born from necessity. It's a testament to resilience and a sign of a broken system. Imagine a brand new, multi-million-dollar mall, completely empty. I visited 1 escalators running, music playing, but not a single store open. These ghost malls are scattered across Hong Kong, built as afterthoughts to luxury apartment complexes. Developers are required to include commercial space, but have no incentive to make it work. Rents are set sky high, so no business moves in. Residents above were promised vibrant communities but got empty shells. It's a massive waste of space, and money in a city desperate for both. These ghost malls are eerie symbols of flawed urban planning. They show how development can go terribly wrong. It's a hidden problem, right in plain sight. The biggest secret shaping Hong Kong is political tension, rarely mentioned in travel guides, but it's everywhere. On the surface, the city feels free and vibrant, but locals live with anxiety and uncertainty. Freedoms once taken for granted, speech, press, art, are now under threat. People are more careful about what they say, and censorship is creeping in. The city's rebellious energy has become subdued, replaced by a quiet sense of worry. Subtle signs are everywhere. Faded graffiti, coded art, hushed conversations. It's a city holding its breath, caught between its past and an uncertain future. This invisible tension shapes daily life for millions. It's the most complex, sensitive secret of all. To ignore it is to miss the force shaping modern Hong Kong. After all that, here's a secret that's pure magic. Hong Kong's best food isn't found in glossy guidebooks or flashy restaurants. Instead, it's hidden away in nameless, signless eateries that only locals seem to know about. These places are easy to miss, but if you know where to look, you'll discover a whole new side of the city's food culture. These tiny, family-run spots, known as Dai Pai Dongs, are tucked away in narrow alleys and back streets, often without a single English menu, or any hint of what's inside. They're run by families who have been serving the same dishes for decades, and every meal feels like a well-kept secret. I found one thanks to a local's directions, down a winding alley, past a pile of cardboard boxes, and just when I thought I was lost, I spotted a cluster of red plastic stools. That's when I knew I was in the right place. There was no sign, no menu out front, just a handful of locals on their lunch break, chatting and slurping noodles. It felt like I'd stumbled into a secret club. I couldn't read the menu, so I simply pointed at a dish someone else was eating. What arrived was the best beef brisket noodles of my life. Tender, flavorful, and steaming hot. And the best part? It cost less than $5. These humble eateries are the beating heart of Hong Kong's food scene, passed down through generations. The chefs are often elderly, working side by side with their children and grandchildren, keeping family traditions alive. Their recipes are family secrets, carefully guarded and perfected over decades. Every bowl, every plate, tells a story of heritage and pride. There's no fancy decor here, just basic tables, plastic stools, and the buzz of conversation. What draws people in is the incredible food and the reputation that spreads purely by word of mouth. Sadly, stricter laws and constant redevelopment threaten their survival. The city is changing fast, and these old-school food stalls are disappearing. Every year, more of these beloved spots close down forever, taking their stories and flavors with them. Finding one is like a treasure hunt, a rare chance to taste the real Hong Kong, far from the tourist crowds and chain restaurants. Most tourists will never experience this side of the city, but if you're willing to explore, you'll discover unforgettable flavors and stories you'll never find anywhere else. The final secret I discovered in Hong Kong is by far the most surprising, and it completely changed the way I see this city. Despite its reputation for skyscrapers and bustling streets, Hong Kong is actually mostly wild countryside, a fact that almost no one talks about. Incredibly, about 75% of Hong Kong's land is made up of parks, rugged mountains, and endless hiking trails. These green spaces are hidden just beyond the city's edge, waiting to be explored by anyone willing to look beyond the urban jungle. Most people, even those who have lived here their whole lives, have no idea that this vast natural world exists right on their doorstep. It's a secret that's been hiding in plain sight. When I hiked the famous Dragon's Back Trail, I was stunned. The views of rolling green hills and sparkling ocean made me feel like I'd been transported to Hawaii or a tropical paradise. Not the Hong Kong I thought I knew, but this incredible nature is under serious threat. Relentless development is pushing further and further into these wild areas, putting their future in jeopardy. The government is proposing to build on the edges of these precious parks in an attempt to solve the city's ongoing housing crisis, sparking huge controversy. It's become a fierce debate. Should Hong Kong build more homes for its growing population, or protect the last remaining green spaces that make the city unique? I saw construction sites creeping up the hillsides, slowly eating away at the wilderness. Every day, a little more of this natural beauty disappears. Environmental groups and passionate locals are fighting hard to save these wild places, but the pressure from developers and the need for housing is immense and growing. The wild side of Hong Kong is truly breathtaking, lush, dramatic, and full of life. But it's at real risk of vanishing forever if nothing is done to protect it. Most people around the world have no idea that this side of Hong Kong even exists. It's a hidden treasure, and it desperately needs our attention before it's too late. That's the hidden side of Hong Kong, from vanishing markets to rooftop communities and wild countryside. Thank you for joining me on this journey. If this opened your eyes, please subscribe and help us keep telling these stories. Your support lets us uncover the truths most people never see. We're building a community that cares about the real world. See you in the next one.